Hey guys, I'm back today. I took yesterday off for personal kind of reasons. I was also busy all day anyways, so I couldn't have made a video. And the reason why I didn't is I'm a political science student at CSU, and so I've been trying to keep these away from politics. But with all the hate that I've been seeing today online, just from I haven't even been on that long. I've been in school all day, but I just got home, been on social media for maybe 25-30 minutes, and I've seen a bunch of hate. um, so I kind of have to delve into politics since I'm actually studying it and I understand how to interpret bias, whereas nobody else seems to actually give a shit about bias. So I'm gonna get into it a little bit here. I just made a post. I don't know if you've seen it, but it says, um, if you think Fox News or MSNBC is a credible news source, you may have an extreme bias problem. And the reason I said that is exactly what it says. It's plain and clear. If you've watched either Fox News or MSNBC, or you probably have in your lifetime, or if you think that's a credible news source, that's like you should obviously be able to understand why not. First off, neither of those news sources are, um, I guess, reliable to use because of the bias that they have. Fox News leans all the way to the right, and MSNBC leans all the way to the left. If you didn't know that, now you do. Anyways, so that's the first problem with it. The second problem is neither of them are very factual. And a lot of them a lot of the people that come on to the TV show, if you watch the news online, or if you're looking at articles online, if you watch the news or you're looking at articles, they interview people that don't necessarily have the background knowledge to be talking about what they are, and it's mostly just commentary like what I'm doing right now. I wrote an analysis paper on the Black Lives Matter movement and how the media portrays the Black Lives Matter movement through different news sources. So I do have some experience talking about this, and it's to an extent not just commentary, because this is how news sources actually cover the thing. Anyways, while I was doing this, I pulled an article from Fox News that was talking about Black Lives Matter, and they interviewed a pastor who, first of all, a pastor literally has no experience on activism. You don't know anything about him, first of all. But when I did check, he had no background in activism at all. So he wouldn't have known what the Black Lives Matter movement is about. He's speaking as he sees Black Lives Matter through his own perception of the media, and then he's just regurgitating what he's seen. But since he's a pastor, you'd think, oh, he has some respect in society and we should listen to this person because he's a leader figure. Anyways, they take this person, has no sort of background in this whatsoever, and his entire reason for saying that nobody should support the Black Lives Matter movement was because the people in the Black Lives Matter community weren't following the ways of God. That was part of his argument. So it wasn't that, like, oh, this is a bad cause, it's forcing more racism upon society. It was, oh, these people aren't following God and it doesn't really align with my beliefs, and so I can't condone that. And they decided to take that and make an article about it and post it and say that that's credible and that's a real reason why you should not support Black Lives Matter. And the people who obviously tune into Fox News would agree with that, because they don't necessarily see Black Lives Matter in different forms of media because they only follow certain types of media. Whereas as a political scientist, I am exposed to every source of media, and I realize that Fox News and MSNBC are not credible whatsoever. because of the commentary they're doing. That's all they're doing. It's just commentary. They're not taking actual facts most of the time. And that's the real big problem I have with it. You guys, obviously, from just now what I said, and if you follow me on Facebook, you know my political affiliation and how I feel about certain issues. And I talk about it all the time. I would consider myself an activist to an extent. I do go out and work on campaigns too. So, like, I am actually learning about these kind of biases, and people don't recognize them or don't mention them in their arguments at all, because everybody does have a bias, including myself. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. There's going to be bias no matter what source of news you get it from. But you can at least take that at face value, say, hey, they believe this because that's just how they are. Regurgitate the factual information good, credible sources do put out. Form your own opinion on it based on those, and then go join the conversation elsewhere. Anyways, that's where I'm going to leave it. Hopefully that clears up. I mean, it doesn't really clear up anything, but hopefully that gives you a sense of how to start determining where bias is, and that you actually are aware of the bias when you're watching the news or reading articles. Cool. Peace out, guys.